Hello, it's me, Kat, and I'm here today with a gift for you, and this is our Friday Patreon video. It is a video from one of our well over 600 videos that we have. I just take one from the back and send it out here for you to enjoy. It will still be relevant, of course. All the videos are relevant, and if you decide that you want to receive one every day, 5 days a week, all year long, then come sign up. Go to patreon.com and sign up. You have 3 tiers to choose from. The first one is $5 a month, and that gives you a video every single day, except Saturday and Sunday, every single weekday, Monday through Friday, a fresh new one. If you go to the second tier, which is $25, that's a mentoring from me once a month, personally helping you through our system, and you get the videos, so that's pretty cool. And then the third video, the highest tier that I have right now, is $50 a month. And that's for those of you who are looking for a little bit more. You want 2 personal mentorings a month of 25 minutes, and then you want to be able to access the videos. So these are the 3 tiers in Patreon for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon on Patreon. Hello patrons, today we're talking about handling interruptions. This was a request from Kim Duncan, and I think it's a great topic. One of the hardest things for us to do as sidetracked people with ADD possibly, is to have an interruption and then jump right back in where we were and finish what we were going to do. So I want you to imagine the interruptions that you've had and see how you've reacted to those interruptions in the past. Maybe just this morning. Look and see what happened. Then I want you to remember that you're going to become laser focused to get our things done that we have to do every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. Laser focused on those just so we can get them done and out of the way, and we can go ahead and enjoy life and deal with interruptions. Now, if your child knocks his tooth out, and that's the kind of interruption where you stop everything and take him to the dentist. But if your child bumps his chin and cries and you have to kiss it and make it better, that's not the end of the day for you. You kiss it, you make it better, you put some ice on his boo-boo, you sit him on the couch and let him watch his favorite cartoon, and you go right back and finish your work. So you have to realize there are levels of interruptions. If your husband calls you on the phone and you're in the middle of mopping the floor, you're doing the weekly home blessing hour, you're mopping the floor, that's a 10-minute thing, the phone rings, you see it's your husband, he never calls you, you answer the phone, and he says, honey, I need you to go get the thing out of my bedroom, I'm going to need it at lunchtime, and I just need to know the number off of that. You could say, okay, I'll find it and call you before lunchtime. Right now you make yourself a note and put it on the counter in the kitchen, and you finish mopping the floor. Finish your weekly home blessing hour. As soon as you're done, put it away, be laser focused on the next thing. The next thing is go get the number that he needs. Now call him back and say, I have the number, or text him back with the number, whatever he wants you to do, and then go on with your job. If he knows where it is. Now, if he doesn't know where it is and you have to go digging through because your house is a big cluttered mess, it's going to take some time. As soon as you're through with your weekly home blessing hour, you're going to have to start digging. But once you finally find it, and hopefully you'll find it before the end of the day, and very hopefully you'll find it before the time he needs it, then you're going to take care of it and get right back in where you were. Sometimes interruptions will knock the whole day out, and that's okay. You're not going to say, in retrospect, oh, that was my free day. No, you're not. You're going to say, well, that's the way that day went. I'm going to go forward. Let's say, for example, it was that your husband wanted you to get him something that he left at home, and you couldn't find it because your house is such a mess, and he's a mess. And you didn't even find it till after he came home from work and it was too late. I wouldn't say that's your fault. I wouldn't say that's his fault. I would say that's a wake-up call that you guys have to get organized. And so you can say, this is what I'm doing, we have to get organized, so that we know where everything is, so that you won't leave things at home, or you have a specific place to put your things that I can go right there and get those things. And that's what we're working toward. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. Now I hope you understand, because sometimes husbands don't understand, or sometimes you don't understand why you're doing it. You're doing it so your life will be easy, so you can find things. So you'll have peace, because it is peaceful to be able to say, oh, let me get that for you. Here it is. Okay, see you later, honey. Love you, bye. Instead of, you know, digging through a million different things, not finding it, being exasperated, being frustrated with yourself, mad at him, mad at you, mad at the kids who are now pulling on you because they're wanting lunch and you're still desperately trying to find the number. You see that scenario, and you see how you don't want that to happen anymore? Okay, so interruptions happen. There are different levels. This is just a recap. There are different levels of interruptions. Minor interruptions are not allowed to derail you. Minor interruptions are not allowed to derail you. You have to decide what's minor. I think if your child bumps his chin and you're putting some ice on it and you're sitting him in his chair, that's minor. I think if your child breaks his arm and you have to take him to the emergency room, that's major. Okay, do you see the difference? If you stub your toe and your toenail is bleeding, that's actually minor. I know it hurts and you have to take care of it, but you go on. If you fall down the stairs and break your ankle, that's major. Okay, there's a difference. If the baby is crying and wants a snack, that's minor. You can take care of that and then go right back where you are. If the baby is crying in such a way that something is really wrong and you feel the baby and he's got a fever, that's major. So remember to make a decision. Is this major or is this minor? Is this major, is this minor, or is it somewhere in between? And if it derails your whole day, don't get nervous about that. Don't panic about that. That happens. Major things happen. They don't happen every single day. They don't happen every single month. But they happen. And when they happen, that day is gone. And it's okay. The next day, you're going to get up and do your morning routine, and whatever that day calls for, that's what you're going to do. If you still have some bills left to pay from the day that you had an interruption, then you are going to have to pay some bills. But other than that, you're good. Okay? Or you might have to get groceries. I mean, there are things you might have to do today. But I don't want you to say, that whole day, I'm going to have to squeeze it in. Nope, you're going to skip it. So if you were working in your zone decluttering something, you're skipping it that day. Or if you were working in your zone deep cleaning something, you're skipping it that day. Or if you were doing your weekly home blessing hour or some other weekly home basic weekly plan item, and it's not something that has to happen, like car and purse day doesn't have to happen. Groceries have to happen. Paying your bills and planning your meals have to happen. Weekly home blessing hour does not have to happen. So that doesn't give you an excuse not to do it every week. It's just saying, I'm just saying to you that you have to think for yourself and say, are these things I have to do in order for my week to continue? And if they are, then you have to do them on a less important day. Car and purse day is not very important. It is important in the long run, but it's a tiny little day, so you could totally do groceries on that day, or switch today to car and purse day and do that too. Don't lose your free day over this. So let's say that it was Wednesday and it was planning and desk day. And today is Thursday, it's errand day. But you didn't get your planning and desk day done because there was an emergency. So make today planning and desk day. Make Friday your errand day along with car and purse day. You see how that works? So you don't have to, I mean, you can compress some time zones, some time frames if you need to. But you don't have to say, okay, today is Tuesday, it's my free day, I didn't do my weekly home blessing hour yesterday, so I'm going to do it today and forget weekly home forget free day. No, free day is important, just as important as weekly home blessing hour. But sometimes an emergency might happen on your free day and then you lose free day, and that's all right too. All right, I hope this makes sense to you. I always say that, but there's so many caveats that I want you to capture, and I know you're smart and I know you get this, but I want it to really sink in. So I think that's what I'm saying when I say I hope this makes sense to you. I want this to sink in, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.